Planned Obsolescence. What the hell is it, and how does it affect what we're collecting? Everything old is new again, and again, and again. Planned obsolescence. Now, it's a phrase that's normally reserved for tech companies or hitting the latest trends, the products and things that are designed with a limited useful life, and which then become suddenly outdated, which forces us, the consumer, onto a cycle of consumption and replacement. Even down to the phone that's in my pocket. It's an iPhone, and I'm in the cycle with these things. And I know that after a couple of years that the battery will get buggy and some of the apps, they may no longer update. Companies purposely use tactics like this to push us to buy the newest or latest iteration. And while it's a phrase that's commonly reserved for tech companies, recently I've started to see similar behaviours across my hobby of collecting movies. And also, the same could be said about many other hobbies, including things like gaming. They're like a fashion item that's kind of designed to go out of style pretty quickly, and then for them to be replaced by something newer. We're seeing the similar behaviours with our movie pickups. The sorts of behaviours I'm seeing, it's making me think twice with what I'm picking up on release. And perhaps it's the same kind of things that are making you hold off from certain releases. First up, Blu Ray only until it isn't. We see those Blu Ray releases get released with no 4K option. And then a few months down the line, we have a 4K version of it. I mean, is there a reason for this? Or was it all just a sales plan? This is a recent example of exactly that. To have us collectors pick up a Blu Ray format edition, and then through the planned obsolescence, rebuy the same title in the newer, better 4K format. And I mean, this sort of behaviour, it almost feels tactical in a way. Just some kind of way to help them improve the sales. I don't know. And the next thing, is the 4K package the only option? I'm talking about those 4K releases that come with the Blu Ray. They'll sell them like this, and then a few months later, they'll split down the package and release the Blu Ray individually. You might have been pushed to buy the biggest edition of something that's marked up in price before they release the version that might be more suitable for you. Sure, the Blu Ray might not be the best quality available, but sometimes it's all we actually want, or all we actually need. Suddenly, your 4K set, it just isn't needed anymore. And exactly that happened with the recent release of True Lies. We waited years for something better than DVD. Our initial option was just this, the 4K set. But now, of course, you can get the Blu Ray on its own if you so chose. And then there's those Steelbook editions. While we're speaking of latest trends, we are still in the midst of the Steelbook editions, seemingly being the most desirable thing for a lot of collectors. The distributors know this. That's exactly why we're getting the constant re-releases of the older titles. Suddenly, our existing movies are coming out as new anniversary edition Steelbooks. And your previous 4K edition or Blu Ray edition, the nice box set that was perfect a few years ago, it's no longer the thing you want. Its life cycle is more or less over for you. You want that latest edition, the one with the new artwork, or even Dolby Vision, and in Steelbook form. When is it enough? Boutique labels. They lean hard into planned obsolescence. Or at least some of them do anyway. We're seeing numerous titles receiving newer and sometimes better sets. Sure, often they do the work to improve picture and sound quality, and even sometimes improve the on-disc extras. And it pushes us towards that cycle of consumption and replacement. And sometimes duplication, because that older edition of the thing, it's no longer in demand. It's no longer worth anything. It's now all about the new versions. And recently, we've seen the release of Jackie Brown on 4K. And for that release, they pushed out the Steelbook. They've given us that standard sort of limited edition that seems to be coming out a lot now. But then, along come imprint. They've seen that there's the standard editions and that there's the Steelbook editions. So with the cycle of consumption in mind, they came up with something new. A new way to repackage the thing and put it a step above. And they've nailed it with this big box. So now, for those people that actually already jumped into the Steelbook edition, is that still the best version? Or is it this new, overpriced box set from imprint? They made their new edition suddenly the most desirable. Those slight incremental changes to the packaging is just pushing at the collectors to go on repeating those purchases. Everything old is new again. Planned obsolescence is a thing. It's in the design of any business trying to sell you anything. They know it works. They know how to trigger those sales. Those little incremental changes that just keep us consuming and rebuying. I mean, they don't even have to make big changes. It could be something as simple as a change in packaging, but sometimes those little changes, they're enough to keep us rebuying the things. It keeps us in the cycle. It keeps us rebuying and them able to put in very little. And we, as collectors, we very often blindly jump into the new purchase of the old thing, despite sometimes not really needing it. We're hooked into the game, and we don't want to miss out. And it's not just the movies either. Anything you consume, there's always those slight changes to push for further sales, for the latest and greatest, even with something like books. Slight cover changes, the new releases that have the sprayed edges. Sure, their aesthetics may change, but the use is pretty much the same. Really? It's money for old rope. Do me a favour. Check your shelves. How many things do you have on your shelf that you've replaced several times due to incremental changes? Have they all been worth it? Have you benefited from those upgrades over what you already had? Let me know in the comments if anything sticks out to you. And also, if you're dropping a comment, if you've enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to click that hype button. With these sort of things in mind, it kind of makes me wonder what to do about this room. This is planned to be a media room for the family. I'd like the latest and best TV on the wall right here. But due to my thoughts around planned obsolescence, how long would my premium pickup remain relevant? How long until the next iteration? Is it worth the chase? Is it worth paying twice the price for the best now, only for it to be outdated within the next year? I mean, we're already hearing rumours of Dolby Vision 2 and seeing more and more about 8K TVs. Is there a limit? One thing for certain, thinking about how we're pushed into repeat buying these and seeing how quickly we're pushed into the new iterations of things, it kind of plays with my procrastination about that next purchase. The consideration now that the thing we buy, they're just not designed to last. They're designed to be on that cycle for constant reconsumption. So should I overpay just to have the latest version, when next year there's likely going to be something new? I don't know. What do you think? Ah, yes, still recording, bitch.